Our anvils need to both sacrifice just regular artifacts. Ooh. Daddy gonna give it to you! You can top deck, we can top deck. What a match! Holy Toledos! Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. The Mythic Qualifier is this weekend. What deck are we going to play? Well, I'll tell you what, I think we found the answer. Going 4-0, 100% win rate, which I know isn't many games, but these are long games. We're talking about hour-long matches of Magic. This is Magic at its core. I hope you've got nothing to do, because today we're playing Rakdos Artifact Sacrifice. There is so much to do interaction-wise. We're playing traditional Alchemy, which is what the qualifier will be this weekend. And wow, taking that 30 minutes of timer that we do have available to us to the absolute max. So this is a lot of fun. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies held within, then demonstrate all of this within the Mythic rank gameplay footage. We went from rank 150 to rank 39, which is fairly decent. And, you know, we'll do our best to demonstrate everything the deck has to offer within this segment of the video, breaking down where we'll go with the deck from here and, you know, what we might try instead of this deck, as I do believe the majority of the field will be Rakdos Sacrifice. It's a very powerful deck. So what is the deck to counter this? That's kind of where we're looking to end this discussion today. With that all out of the way, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a YouTube member for exclusive content. Just playing Kirby Lego is next on our hit list, so some non-Magic related content there if you're just looking to take a little bit of a break. But until then, let's be as competitive as we possibly can and break down this Rakdos Artifact Sacrifice deck. Heyo, rank 38, we're already slipping, or did we jump up a rank? Were we 39 or 37? This is not where we want to be, but the Mythic Qualifier is this weekend, and if you're looking for a deck to play, really look no further. It's not just you. I think I'm probably going to play it. I think everyone's probably going to play it, and it is what it is, because what it is fantastic. This is, you know, a lot of chip damage, lots of life that adds up over turns and is very, very stackable. First and foremost, I guess we should break down some of the behind the scenes details here. A 1.8 average mana value. This is a very quick deck, right? We're casting multiple things per turn and just overwhelming our opponent's board state. There's 8 creatures, only 2 are 30 non-creatures and 22 lands because of the, you know, very, very light mana curve here. Some of our damage engines will consist of the Meathook Massacre. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, right? So we're going to be sacrificing our own creatures. The Meathook will then deal 1 damage to our opponent as that damage trigger. We also have the Brush Stroke, which will conjure a Blood Artist directly into the battlefield. And whenever another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So this is nice because it's not only your creatures like the Meathook, but it's also your opponent's creatures, which is really quite nice. It's a non-legendary in contrast to the Meathook, so you can stack the Blood Artist and Brush Stroke, which is absolutely fantastic. Speaking of other damage engines that we can stack, the Onicult Anvil for 2 is an artifact, and whenever 1 or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. This is only triggering once each turn, so this will continue to supply creatures for you to sacrifice to trigger the effects of the Meathook, of the Blood Artist, and even of the Anvil itself, because you can tap it to sacrifice an artifact, dealing 1 damage to each opponent and yourself gaining 1 life. So all of these sacrifice engines and damage engines, I should say, are very, very good, and they work together quite synergistically. With that being said, we're making tokens to sacrifice, whether it be treasures or blood tokens. That's going to be a good way for us to propel ourselves through the deck. And again, the Brush Stroke can deal damage. Whenever we sacrifice a blood token, each opponent loses 1 life. So there's an additional way to deal chip damage to our opponents through the sacrifice of our blood tokens. And again, a couple ways to do this. We have the Voltaic Surge, dealing 2 damage at instant speed, a creature or planeswalker. If we sacrifice an artifact, it'll actually deal 4. So we can sacrifice a blood token, take the trigger through the Brush Stroke, which is great, trigger the Anvil, and deal 4 damage to something. It's quite fantastic. We can also sacrifice them through the Deadly Dispute. This will allow us to draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. And then finally, the Harvester doesn't sacrifice blood tokens, but it can sacrifice itself to give another target creature -X/-X until the end of turn, where X is twice the number of blood tokens that you control, which is quite nice, acting as another form of removal here. While we're on removal, obviously the Meat Hook acting as a field-based removal spell, -X/-X to each creature until the end of turn, where it is 2+X on the cast. We have the Shatterskull Smashing as well, dealing X damage divided as you choose among up to 2 targets and or creatures. 2 creatures and planeswalkers. It'd be cool if you could do direct damage here, but not the case. If it's 6 or more, double that damage, which is fantastic, and then it's the land on the backside. 1 damage through the Voldaren Epicure. Don't think we talked about that, but it's not quite removal. Talking about removal, Bloodchief's Thirst. Going to take care of mana 2 or less. If mana is 2 or 3 or more, I should say, not 2 or more. It's going to destroy it regardless if you pay the kicker, right? The kicker's 3. So for 4 mana, you can destroy a creature or planeswalker of any mana value. For 1 mana, it's got to be 2 or less. Sorry for being a little convoluted there. Infernal Grasp is removal. You guys know this. Lose 2 life for it, and we have lots of life gain, which isn't a problem. Draw through the Painful Bond. Draw 2 cards, and then mana value 3 or more will lose 1 life, and it's really only the Brushstroke, so it's not a problem. I would love to pay 1 life for the Brushstroke if I could every single day, which is fantastic. The Harvester is a decent attacker as well, just as a 3/2 to smash in. We have the Den as a 3/2, and it makes a 1/1 as well. Good to fill the field for the Meat Hook, for the Brushstroke, etc. Same as the Defiance, and then the Mire can bring back the Blood Artist from the Brushstroke if your opponent removes it, right? Getting that back into play is really going to help you out in the long run. We have a sideboard. We're playing best of 3. Duress, this is going to take care of any non-creature spell that you don't want to deal with. In the mirror match, the Brushstroke, the Meat Hook, the Painful Bond, really anything that will provide value to your opponent or kind of hinder your own game plan. Removal if it's non-dragon, devil, or angel based, or demon as well, I suppose. So you can kind of get rid of the Infernal Grasp and not or add more removal if you need, right? Skyclave Shade is fantastic because you can sacrifice it, bring it back to the land, and just kind of go on from there. The Abrade, destroying any artifacts. There's lots of artifacts. You can also deal 3 damage here. Sorin for some additional life gain, making that token's nice. It's also a draw engine, dealing 13 damage. Is basically irrelevant, but if it comes through, that's fine. If we need more removal, the Bloodchief's Thirst is active, and then more Duresses like we talked about. And the Shadow's Verdict is nice because it won't trigger any of the death effects, like the Meat Hook, any death or, these effects that sometimes provide massive amounts of value, like we are doing with our own deck. This is going to stop that. So sometimes in the mirror match, it is nice just to, hold back, know that you can deal with that, wipe up your opponent's field. They don't get any value from it, and then you kind of go on your own progress here as well. And then an additional Meat Hook. So just fortifying the game plan, and as the best of 3 matches, these will vary matchup to matchup. To generalize it as best I can, control decks, you take the Duress. Creature-based decks, you take the Verdict and the Meat Hook, right? You can also take single target if you want. If there's artifacts, you're definitely taking the Abrade. If it's a control deck, you might also want the Skyclave Shade because the replayability through it is they're going to have some removal of their own as well, right? So that's a good generalization of where the cards fit, but again, it's going to depend on your specific play style and all this. So again, the sideboard is something that we're working with, right? We're trying to really fine-tune this deck for the weekend. So far, having fantastic success with it. 4-0, 100% win rate, which is really, really nice. If we can get into our stats here. Artifact Sacrifice. And then this goes over here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right across the top, 4-0. On the play twice, on the draw twice. And, just lighting it up. Doing a good job. And looking forward to putting some more wins under our belt. And really just being fully prepared for the weekend. Typically, we haven't been as competitive as we possibly could be in the past, but looking to at least step up within the digital format as well, right? Traveling to these paper events is still super, super scary for me. The world is too scary. Right? But the digital format, we could definitely do our best with. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. And again, if you're looking to reach Mythic, you can play this deck. If you're looking to place well in any tournaments that you're participating in, this is going to get the job done as well. So enjoy today's top ranked Mythic gameplay footage. And yeah, we'll wrap up afterwards with maybe some different sideboard changes and talking about, you know, what decks can beat this deck really, really well. On the draw, hands not bad. Surprised to see another Mythic player. That's fantastic. Yesterday, I faced 2 gold players in a row and then a platinum player. I was like, say what? I can't believe this. Do we want the smashing as removal? Probably not. Just sneak it in and let's go. Sneak it in and let's go. I think this is probably a mirror match for Shizzle. Hey. Hey. All right, we have our anvil out, and that's a big part of what we need to do. If we could find a meat hook now, also known as the cheat hook. Dispute. So they're just looking for parts still. Okay. Right, I mean, we all got to dig. Just wish we had something. I guess we can get the blood token flowing, right? That's not bad. That's not bad. I almost didn't see the brushstroke. I forgot about it, if I'm being honest. All right, so now we get to make the artifact token creature. They lose life because the blood token was sacrificed, and then they lose life from the anvil. Like I said, now we just need that meat hook for an additional trigger when we're sacrificing this artifact creature. Oh, that's good. Very good. Right? Draws are important. Ooh, so are anvils. This is a more complicated deck than I typically play. I do think we just take the creature. It's going to trigger the Blood Artist. It's going to trigger both anvils. We get the 2 1/1s out now, right, as opposed to 1. We still have Deadly Dispute at instant speed, and the anvil is interaction if things go sideways. So this is okay. I think we just pass it here. No attacks on turn. Make it slow. It's one of those decks where every single point of damage counts. Ah, you're going to make me discard a card again, huh? You have the land. And then you can have another land from my library. Got him! Watch it be our meat hook. No. No, it wasn't land. It was a land. It was a land. And it was that land. Nice. Okay. They do get their own anvil, though. My dog. Painful Bond. Sacrificing treasure to cast it. Makes the 1/1 artifact token. Sack. Arc Creature. Blood Artist out. Don't really want to sack the treasure, but I also don't really want to miss damage. Let's actually do the creature, not the treasure, and that's going to get the Blood Artist trigger. Again, just trying to min-max all this, because my smooth brain and all. Finding land through the synthesizer. Negative, but not a bad pull by any means. Selecting our blood token here. That's going to deal brushstroke damage. We get 2 1/1s and then the 1 anvil damage. We're at 27, they're down to 10. No attacks. And turn. I suppose we should have maybe Deadly Dispute the blood token. That's a hard call, I think. Nothing wrong. Ooh, with this friggin' discard, Randy. Decline, have a land. We got lucky the first time. I don't know about this time, but what I mean, you know it's bad when he starts growling. They got a synthesizer. Not bad by any means. That's really good, but that's gonna kill our artist immediately, effective immediately. Painful Bond right away or what? Put them down to 9. We just need to close this out. Come on, let's go. Kill the Blood Artist. This is a lot harder to do, but we'll get there, we'll get there, we'll get there, we'll get there. Stop it. The cheat hook. Coming down dirty. Ooh, woof. But they want to kill any of their creatures beforehand, so then it doesn't get a trigger. We get to make those creatures, which is great. We can end our turn here. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4 more damage. It's not enough, but it's close. We can do it now because the vampire is going to trigger upon the deaths of our creatures. It's any creature, right? So now that they have this, we are only sacrificing artifacts. That's our name of the game. No more creatures, just artifacts. They do go up to 4. And then 5 with the blood token, right? Nope. At a second blood artist? Uh-oh. Ooh, wow. Yikes. Get some creatures out. We don't really care about so much. I mean, big draws here. We have 2 more damage. I think we just have to kill these artists and just like, you know, it is what it is. We can't kill our own creatures because they go on the stack and then their life gain goes on the stack after. So it is a bit of a weird situation. Oh, maybe we missed it. We should have played the Harvester and then had the blood token. I think we still would have missed by 1. Think. These are crazy matches. They have double brushstroke. It's pretty good. At least gaining life through the sacrifice of them, just damage. We have plenty of life ourselves. We have to get rid of that other artist. And continue to press in. We were really close. I think we had them potentially down to 1. And then played a little bit suboptimally, maybe? It's hard to say, though. Ooh, woof. Okay, that's really good for them, right? Making those tokens with the Blood Artist. That's basically what we were doing for many turns. No more blood tokens, though. Well, you say that. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it's 2 and we only toss. Whoa, that hurts so bad. Sacrifice. Throw the land. Draw something heavier than the anvil. Don't want to lose this anvil. I don't want to lose a brushstroke. No! Ouch. Doesn't feel great. It's still net gain 1 as long as they only have 1 blood artist because we have the anvil and the hook. So we still push in. 3 anvils is going to get the job done. Well, you didn't lose the anvil, I know, right? Have that blood token to deal 2 damage. They can gain life with their own anvil. Click, 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 clack. That gets us some creatures. They're still holding on. They're very much holding on. We deal 2 more damage. Unmitigated. Just not there yet. And I probably should have attacked. Right here. That was a misplay, not attacking. Oof. Really, the realization of that has just killed me. It's a great match, you guys. This is fantastic. This is really good for them. Basically nullifies 2 of mine. Oh, well, this is just a land, but the blood token is so good for them. No blocks. I guess we could have chump blocked it, actually. Again, now I'm really misplaying. Hallelujah. Gotcha. Now they're going to pop off, tap everything. So hard to keep track of this all. They lose life down to 5. And the Blood Artist is gone, but they have 1 more anvil they can trigger. Which may as well. Alright, we're going to lose 2 life here through the blood discard. They've already created the samurai token thing. That's fine. They're fully tapped here other than the last anvil on an artifact. Down to 17, they're at 6. 16 and 7. 16 and 8. We smash in for 1 damage. We throw down with some interceptions. Do we take the trade here? Okay. And I believe that is lethal. Is they're tapped out. Beautiful. Right? Super duper complicated. Woo! Oh my gosh. And that was just game one. That was just game one. 20 minutes a match. Uh-oh. Let's talk about the sideboard, and we're going to really dive deep here. Is the mirror match is one of the most common things I think we'll see in the upcoming tournament, and really just in general, because this deck is a friggin' banger. So let's talk about that really quick. We have about 2 minutes to do so. The Blood Artist is so good. Okay, so the Blood Artist we don't ever want to allow. If we could duress the stroke or the hook right out of their hand, I mean, now that would be tasty. Blood Chief's Thirst and probably go, and we'll just pick up their Blood Artist with our Harvester and Voltage Surge. Infernal Grasp can go as well, I believe. How do we kill enchantments? Artifacts. We don't really have much enchantment removal. Could be something we consider in the future. I think it would be fairly decent. I'm worried about their Connoisseur forcing the discard, and that's removal we'll have to worry about as well, but still, nothing we can't handle. Right? Lots of easy chump blocks as well. So the question is, do we want that other meat hook? Do we want a third meat hook? Probably. But at the same time, this is probably okay. 61 cards. 22 lands. That's not changing. Maybe we just try 3 duresses. Because I don't want to mess with any of the engine. Like, yes, I really want to duress, but it's not like they're a control deck. Let's go for it. Shadow's Verdict might be tasty, but I kind of want the death triggers. I mean, we have an engine. We have removal. Ooh, and we have some heat coming down the top off of that stack. Crossroads are good, but they're in tapped for the scry. You know who's not in tapped? The Harvester. So this needs to be removed, or else it's hitting for 3. And that's actually a big portion of the damage. Also, it's pulling that removal away from the Blood Artist that we want to play. We still get the blood token, right? And that's great for the anvil. See how easy this is? Submit 0. In with another Harvester, which has to be removed. We get another blood token. And hopefully we can stack those blood tokens until we have like 3 brushstrokes out and just sack them all at once. Okay, they're doing well though. This is good. Good for them. Hashtag yikes. Let's first try and take a hit. Right. Here's another damage. 4 damage this turn. Here's an anvil. We don't have a brush stroke, but you bet your bottom dollar I'm actually cancel. Well, Let me do this instead. Discard the land. Still triggers the anvil, and then the anvil's available to still do its due if it needs. Removal's not bad. They're down to 3 cards in hand. Never mind. As soon as you say stuff like that, every time. Instantaneous. So they drop you 5 cards in hand, 4 land and 1 treasure for a total of 5 mana available. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's cool is we can just open up the attack lanes and smash here, I think. Oof. Or smash isn't that effective. Now they have excess damage. That molten impact is good. It's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Take the damage. This activates for 5. Which we are getting close to. I need to kill Kiki Jiki. But it's like that treasure. This just has to go too. Lost the land. Trigger the anvil's 1/1 token generation ability. We need some draw. Play the land. Attack still, and they'll just chump block. They take it. No anvil chump block. That is interesting. We're definitely playing from behind here. They discard 2 and then draw that many. Up to 2 and then draw that many. 2 lands. I wish. Second Mirror Breaker. Oh wow, this is going to get very dangerous for us. Yikes. That's it's a little overwhelming. We chump block. Down to 14. It's like not enough. Not enough, not enough. Deadly Dispute. Okay. That's going to trigger residual damage. Why didn't they do that? Could be worse. It's definitely not great. Guess we're tossing the land. It's not a land I want to throw, but there's not anything in our graveyard worth bringing back. Blood Artist there. It's freaking land, Rand. We got a long ways to go here. Long ways to go. We're gonna take in that third meat hook, because this is a lot of 2/2s. Cable's a nice card for the mid-range matchup. The Molten Impact looks really nice. Cable looks great. We need one to be sacrificed on our turn, so we can only block with one of them. We're down to 13, we're at 21. It's a slow grind. We'll be lucky to get there. Well, one cheat hook away, right? One cheat hook to rule them all. They have a higher chance of finding it than us, though. Quite the deck. Remember Mayhem Devil? Mayhem Devil would be absolute gas in this deck. Nice. That's not good. That's not good. Oh no. We can also take the crossroads, right? A couple things that we're overlooking. Whoa. That might have registered on the Richter scale somewhere. I think I just put my back out. I can no longer move my arms. Sir, I don't think that's healthy. All right. Oh, Kiki Jiki's were 3. Well, goodness gracious. Let's just say whatever. We don't care. I'll trade my land for your reflection. Not too bad. I mean, could be worse. They dispute. Triggers this freaking meat hook, man. Oh, good. It's probably what helped us win the first match, right? It already dealt damage, which is nice. I'm gonna gain life. I'm gonna lose life, which just nullifies it. Just so frustrating. We're running out of time. 11 minutes left. In turn, hold on to the Blood Chief, I guess. How much time does our opponent have since we suck so bad? They have 17 minutes left. Oh my gosh, I'm so much slower than them. I'm just learning how to play this deck, though. So, bear with me. I know I'm bad. And talking with chat. Or at least trying to. Commentate. You know what I mean? Getting so distracted. Oh no. I think that's part of the game. Yikes. Oh, ay caramba. Ay caramba. We need some draws. We've not had any of our synthesizers, painful bonds, deadly disputes. It's like, where are you? We're just stuck in the top little bit of our deck. Just spinning out. Woo! Can't get any traction. The braid on the anvil. That's one thing I guess I overlooked. We could take a braid. This is why we need to practice. This is what it's all about today. It's just practicing for the tournament. Getting used to each of the individual matchups, and where is that value going to come from to help us win? I love you, Mythic. I love you. Oh, no, they can do this instant speed. We don't even get to Mythic. I'm not going to let them see it. Just when I thought we had it. Isn't this a sorcery speed? It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's at instant speed. Oh, and our duresses didn't say we were too slow last time on the sideboard, or it just resets us. It's again, we didn't get our sideboard. I'm gonna say that's why we lost. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. We have to be a little bit quicker this time. It's the same thought process plus a braid. Their Kiki Jiki absolutely blasted us. That's so good. If we take it immediately, we don't need anything else. There's a minute and 32 seconds left. Be quick, be quick. No, we can turbo draw. It's fine. One last card. Single painful bond. Do not disappoint me. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Rumham in the house. We're just recording a little bit of content for YouTube, but thank you so much for the raid, bro. Appreciate you. Learning to play the new decks for the upcoming tournament. As it's Alchemy SF3 or traditional Alchemy. Oh my god. I'm gonna be sick. Mulliginos. Keep 6. It's just one card. Let's check out that hand first thing. The duress is nice here. Okay, what are we dealing with? I'm going to take Painful Bond because it can draw more copies of the Breaker. Here's our Harvester. We were too slow on our first match sideboard. Didn't realize till the end there, and it's like, yes, we didn't have our duresses, and we played the Blood Chief's Thirst, which is sad. Looking for a land. Anvil. Oh, let's go. Okay, this is a good start. This is a good start. In turn. Here comes Reflections. Or, sorry, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Reflections is the backside. Fantastic card. We should have anviled this blood token immediately. It's alright though. Slay this. Submit 0. Less than 9 minutes. We have to play quickly. Hit for 3. Sack the blood token. Double anvil trigger. 2 creatures. Mythic next turn. Let's go! We have to be pretty quick. We have to be pretty quick. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. You think I'd be always quick. I don't know why I'm being so slow here. That discard's nice for them. We need a second black source. Or the hook. Let's keep this in mind. We can sack the synthesizer to let it rip. Beyblade style. That helps. There's 2 excess damage here. There's another land. Just take it. There's a painful bond. 2 extra damage out. That's good for them. Right, waiting till after. The wrong land. Take the synthesizer. Play the synthesizer. Could be worse. We need a black source here. That's sad. We lose our brushstroke. And there it is, right underneath. Ouch. That is not great. Getting that second black source is really important for us, though. Really important. My caramba. Was close. Let's... yeah. Let's sacrifice 1. Make 2. Then we can clean the field up. No Blood Artist, but it's a start. Down to 5, we're close. Could have waited. Probably might have been better than being greedy for 1, especially since I just top decked an artist. Oh no. Yeah, we should have just meat hooked and then had the creatures to continue the rotation. My bad. Again, I'm brand new with this deck. Hashtag my bad. Oof. Oof. Sometimes I misplay and it works out in the long run, though. You guys have seen it many, many times. I think even earlier we killed the Blood Artist by having somehow our Blood Harvester survive. But this is bad news bears. It's in God's hands now. An anvil too. Good for you, good for you, good for you, good for you. As long as we don't top deck a land, right? Even if we only have 9 minutes left, there's always time to walk away in shame. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Remember that time that we were greedy on the meat hook damage? Instead of just waiting and continuing our anvil damage? I do. Come on, never punished, you guys. Never punished. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I wish. That's where they're accelerating, right? They're flying through their deck fairly effectively, and somehow we're just getting caught up in what I want to say is the world of lands, but they have the same amount of lands than us, so it's like, just my perspective. We're in trouble. I know that much. It's about the saddest thing you could ever do. At least it's something, Mac. Couple cards we don't really need. You need 2 copies of Voltaic Surge, bro? I hook you up. The Surge can kill reflections. All this draw and discard, though, is absolutely fantastic. All right, we're going to kill this Connoisseur, and then at least the Mirror Breaker's not, you know, coming out with a fantastic copy target immediately. Hey, caramba. Take the land, you dog. We need 1 to survive. We stop the 2 damage. We take 2. They're down to 7. I don't know. Maybe we get like... Well, no, they have their... Like, this is really good because they're doing 3 damage here. Love you! More than the meat hook. Let's sack it, make another copy of it. Need it, though. Well, no, because this makes the treasure token. To 5. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Lord. Getting closer. Down to 4, and we could take them down to 3. Does it know that this ability is already triggered for the turn? I think it would. Painful Bond. Again, while we're all watching today's gameplay footage, don't be shy. Let's talk about the play lines. Let's discuss them because I'd like to do well with this deck. If this is the deck we're going to play, right? We do have to decide. Oh, that's good. First, they're going to take 1 damage, but we still aren't close enough. On to 4. We get hit for 1. Nice draws, I wish. That's what I mean, they are flying through their deck. Have that blood token as well for 2 damage. 4 cards in hand. 3 in hand. Whoa. Back the treasure. There's 1 damage. We go up. Hey, it's not bad, you know? Usually a really nice early play, but this. Down to 2. If these die on their turn, if something they do kills them, I think we would have lethal because our meat hook, but they still have their anvil to trigger up, but we have ours to balance it. I don't know. I think they would outpace us because they get an anvil here, and then they get an anvil on their turn, still staying 1 out of our reach. Only have 2 minutes left. We have to play quickly. We're all about the time. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Be quick, be quick, be quick, be quick. So close yet so far away. Indeed, indeed. A great matchup, specifically to learn the mirror matchup, right? Like, they're at 9 minutes. We're at 2. Still about at that 7-minute mark. That's one thing about this deck. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. This is okay. Maybe we should have actually just let it go through. Because now we're going to have to sacrifice our own anvil unless we get a nice top deck, because they're going to kill that token. Should have let the damage go through. We should have just let the damage go through. Yeah. Up to 3, there's the land. This is it. This is really close to being a good game, and actually I believe it is. They have no life gain. We're good to go. We are good to go. Oh no, they can sacrifice. No, that deals damage. I have to do it in response. We have a minute left. We have to do it in response to something. We need that voltaic surge out, and then we have to do it in response. Because if we anvil, they voltaic and gain life, and then they're still at 1. Shit. Their meat hook offsets too, though. mean, we're forced into it. We should have... no. Now they have their anvil, too. Oh, no. No, no, no. What a nice top deck for them. What we needed them to do was Voltaic on our end step. Not great. So here they go up to 2. Survive the anvil. They still would have survived by 1 if we did it on their turn. Now they're surviving by 2. Because they still have the Voltaic Surge, which they can sacrifice something to deal damage and kill one of ours. So when they kill ours, they gain life, right? So surviving by 1 here, but they still have their Surge in hand to survive by another if they needed it. So literally there was no way around that for us. We decided to wait, try to get it, and then they top decked like an absolute god here. This is a great match. Like, what a fantastic match. And I think we still win because we have 2 anvils. We need like a non-creature based artifact to win, right? Our anvils need to both sacrifice just regular artifacts. Ooh. Daddy gonna give it to you. You can top deck, we can top deck. What a match! Holy Toledos! That's a good copy, though. That's a really good copy. Do they have creature sacrifice effects? There's no way for them to sacrifice a creature, though. And now we have the double artifact. This will kill them just through the brushstroke. Wow! What a match of magic this was. Holy Toledos! And now on the stack, we sack the anvil, which should do it. They're down to 5 minutes. These are tough decks to play. Let me tell you what. Oh my lord! Those in 1 hour match of Magic, and we were at rank number 39. Oh my gosh! Wow, that's incredible. Not short matches by any means. And if we need 7 wins, that's 7 hours of Magic that we'll need to play. That's a full day's worth of Magic if we're playing this deck. Oh, wow. Holy Toledos. Okay, sideboard changes. The Molten Impact was fantastic. I really, really like that as a second form of removal. Goodness gracious. That should probably be put into the deck. I don't mind the Kiki Jiki connoisseur situation, but I do find that it probably takes away a lot from how fast the deck is. And that's what we really want to rely on, is just flying through our deck, hyperspeed, sacrificing. Yes, the infinite discard is good, and it dominated us. It absolutely dunked on us, but is it as consistent when we're playing competitively to have a slower mid-range deck? Or do we want to be really fast, really active? We did see the pros and cons. Pros, we can win. Cons, we can get locked into having no cards, right? It's like they still have good value because they're playing 3 and 4 drops. and it's like we just double 2-drop, double 2-drop, double 1-drop. You know what I mean? We're out of cards. So you know, I do think there's some pros and cons here through speed versus not even playability, but maybe not survivability either, but just like it's a different curve, right? It's a more of a mid-range later curve, and I'm just not entirely sure on it. I do think it would be good, but again, now what's the deck that can beat this? Redain's Shield absolutely dunks on this deck, other than the Meat Hook. I think mono white is positioned fairly well. Again, Thalia is really going to slow us down as we have plenty of non-creature spells. So I do think mono white is positioned very, very well against this deck. Again, we've not had too much time to experience the best of 3 meta, but we're going to continue through it for the next couple days while we do prep for the tournament. Probably trying a couple different decks and finding which one's best for us. But so far, this is looking very favorable. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Have a magical day. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member for access to non-Magic the Gathering related exclusive content. We recently played some Kirby, looking to play Lego Star Wars next. So cheers. We'll see you soon in the next.